The Shark Deck.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. You put your right foot in, and you put your right foot out. You put your right foot in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what Kate Middleton was all about during a recent royal visit to the community centre in Falmouth. A video of Kate doing the hokey pokey has gone viral. One social media user said, "She's fantastic, authentic and classy." Newsweek points out that while Americans know the song as the hokey pokey, it is known as the hokey cokey in the UK, and that's what it's all about. Well, that and Meghan Markle. There are stories that Meghan feels excluded from the coronation. It's as if nobody wants her there, or at least don't care if she comes or not. The Daily Beast wonders, if Harry and Meghan do show up, will they face a harsh or warm public reaction? And how brutal will their royal sidelining be when it comes to seating and their presence or absence at key moments? If they do not show up, that will send its own message. But both Meghan and Harry and the royals alike may feel that the public, after all the recent charged accusatory interviews and memoir revelations, would not be that surprised if they were a no-show. A personal friend of the King's told the Daily Beast the King is assuming Harry and Meghan will attend. They said they believed it was unlikely that Harry and Meghan would be offered behind-the-scenes sweeteners such as guarantees of prominent seating. There are 2,000 people to seat, so I'm sure they will be happy to sit wherever they are put. A friend of the Sussexes told The Telegraph, "It's complicated. There are a million different variables. Anybody could understand the predicament." The couple will not make a decision until an invite is received, the Telegraph's source claimed, saying they'll cross that bridge when they come to it. They do not have any insight. They're in limbo. Royal commentator Duncan Larcombe told the Daily Beast that he thinks they will come. "It's always instructive to focus on what we do know. It has been very strongly suggested that they will both be invited, and we also know that there is a strong commercial imperative for them to attend, as their entire brand is predicated on their connection to royalty. Also, if they are invited and don't come, they will look petty for snubbing Charles' big day. So you have to say the odds are that they will be there." Author Tom Bower assumes Harry and Meghan will ruin the coronation. Bower told GB News, "His problem is that he is a weak man in a way and he's worried about Harry. If only he said to Harry, look, come to the coronation, but you can have row Q, seat 54, and viewers partly obscured by a column, then the message will get through. But I think if he allows Harry to come to the coronation, it is going to ruin the coronation. It'll be overshadowed by Harry's presence and Meghan's too. So I think Charles has to make a decision now. The King has to decide, and I think the people are on the whole getting sick to death of Harry. I think his behavior now is going to irritate people again. People will be sick to death of him, hopefully very soon. South Park may have dealt quite the blow to Harry and Meghan. They are now polling lower than Prince Andrew. Prince Harry was liked by 32% and disliked by 42% of those polled, giving him a net approval rating of -10. In research conducted by Redfield and Wilton for Newsweek, Meghan Markle was liked by 27% of Americans and disliked by 44%, giving her a net rating of -17. Andrew is somehow only at a -2. Kate, wonderful as always, remains America's favorite living royal, liked by 44% and disliked 12%, giving her a net approval rating of +32. Palace Intrigue will be right back.
Hey, it's Jordan Ross Myers, the man behind Twitter's notorious Lee Radswell and Don Gunvalson. I'm inviting you to join me every week for the Pretty Corrupt podcast. Along with my co-host, reality casting director Stacey Noel Connor, and disgraced entertainment TV producer Nate Safer, we deconstruct pop culture's past, present, and future and probe the dark crevices of Hollywood, taking you inside the scandals, feuds, rises, and falls of society's rich and infamous. Alongside interviews with our celebrity friends and special guest hosts, everything is fair game on the Pretty Corrupt podcast. Every Tuesday on all streaming platforms and at storicmedia.com.
Palace Intrigue is now also available on YouTube and YouTube Music if you'd like to subscribe to our channels there. There's no video, it's just audio, but please, if that's your platform of choice or your app of choice, you can subscribe to us there. You're also encouraged to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows. The Rob Report took a look at some royal job postings, and you won't get rich working for the royals, at least not until you do a tell-all Netflix series or write a book. So be sure to have your lawyer check the non-disclosure agreements before you take one of these gigs. There are 20 or so jobs posted with titles ranging from Windsor Castle Retail Assistant to Kensington Palace Program Coordinator to Buckingham Palace Senior Project Manager. Nearly each of these vacancies has a salary listed alongside it, though some listings note that pay is dependent on experience, and listed pay ranges from the equivalent of $13.15 in hourly pay to an annual salary of roughly $42,000. The Rob Reports adds that the highest paid role listed is that of Senior Project Manager, South Wing Resurfacing, a position involved in the ongoing renovations at Buckingham Palace. This position lists a salary range of up to $72,000 annual pay dependent on experience and is full-time, permanent position. Most of the other vacancies listed by the Royals offer annual salaries ranging between $27,000 and $42,000 for roles such as recruitment and HR assistant, archives cataloger, and senior editor. One of the most shocking listings is for the role of senior attendant at Windsor Castle, a full-time live-in role with a listed annual salary equivalent to a little over $28,600. The salary line also references that pay may be dependent on experience and that there is a salary adjustment due to this being a live-in role. But it's not clear whether the $28,600 salary is the adjusted salary or whether they intend to further adjust the listed pay. A lawsuit involving Brooklyn and Nicola Peltz Beckham's wedding has revealed some amusing texts. Fox News reports in a new court filing from wedding planners Nicole Bragan and Ariana Grijalba, Harry and Meghan's names pop up in text messages exchanged between Nicola, her mum, Claudia, and the planners. Did Meghan get an invite? Claudia asks. According to the documents obtained by Fox News Digital, Nicola responds, "Who's Meghan?" And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. My thanks to John McDermott. I'm Mark Francis. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.
I'm Alyssa McKay, star of the new podcast, The Royals of Malibu. I play Ella, a sex worker just trying to survive when I get swept away to the wealth and the drama of Malibu.
You know, you can like something without touching it.
You've made the biggest mistake of your life, Ella Sinclair.
You are a total psycho!
Will Ella find a happily ever after ending? Or will these rich kids destroy her? Fall in love with the Royals of Malibu on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts.